It's a beautiful day here in Lagos. We are here somewhere at a vendor stand to do a special edition of Fanbase with the fans. Remember, it was week 14, 15, 16 at the EPL, back to back. Very choked, very difficult EPL fixtures to navigate, but guess the teams that got maximum value all through, the likes of Leicester. And then also, there was a repeat of the biggest derby, of course, in England, the Manchester derby, where Man United defeated Manchester City right there at their backyard at the Etihad. Welcome. This is Fanbase. This is your base. You know this for a fact. My name is Babajide Guerrero. And so we continue our conversation here on Fanbase, and I mentioned earlier that it's a beautiful day as well as because it's different, it's new. Today we are bringing the Fanbase show to the fans, and we're somewhere in Lagos, Nigeria with Apollo. We are at the vendor standing here. We want to see and feel the pulse of some of these fans, especially at the EPL that happened last weekend, and of course the one that will happen this weekend. Apollo, how you doing, man? Good to meet you. What's going on, man?
Yeah, fine.
Apollo, you are a Chelsea fan?
Yes, I'm a Chelsea fan.
Since when? Since when have you been supporting Chelsea?
I say 95.
Wow! 1995.
Yes.
Really? Because I was thinking most Chelsea fans started supporting Chelsea because of all this Mourinho, Roman Abramovich, all these people who just come.
We've been with Chelsea since Babayaro moved to Chelsea.
Okay, so
in the
you
90s. Yes.
Oh, now so you're one of those Nigerians who follow their player to their club.
Yes.
Wow, nice. So
we get attached to that.
and ever since then you've been together with Chelsea.
Yes.
So have you fallen out of love with Chelsea at all? You've always been in love with them.
No, it's Chelsea for life.
Is it Chelsea for now or for Chelsea for life?
For life.
All right. So guys, let's talk about some particular things happening in the EPL at week 16. It was week 14, 15, 16 at the last episode of Fanbase, and now we're talking about what's going to happen this particular weekend. But at the weekend, we saw 34 goals scored, and the only game that didn't have any goal was game between Crystal Palace and Watford. And there were 3 away wins at Leicester City, Man United and Arsenal. 3 of them picking maximum value away from home. But are you happy for Arsenal? Even though you're a Chelsea fan, are you happy for Arsenal? Arsenal winning their first game in 2 months.
Yeah, I'm happy for them. I'm happy because they are a big team.
Okay.
And they're not supposed to be where they are now.
True.
So
True.
we are looking for them to improve. I like yesterday.
Okay. Did you stake on Arsenal yesterday?
I cannot steal my money on Arsenal. I don't lose money.
So Paulo doesn't want to lose money, and that's why Paulo, in a way, has refused, to stake money on Arsenal. Yeah. But talk to me, Paulo. You and Unai Emery, when he was coach at Arsenal, do you think it was a problem? Or now that they have a new coach in Freddie Ljungberg, things are better?
No, Emery might not be the problem. I think psychologically the players, they are down. So they need a new face to build them up.
Okay.
So somehow I think Emery lost it.
Some way, somehow.
He lost it.
Yeah.
He lost it.
And that right there was a problem. And now Freddie Ljungberg has won his first game as an Arsenal manager. And they needed that big win, and then they've got the big win. Let's talk about Manchester derby at the weekend. Manchester City, Manchester Man United. Finally, we know that Man United, that's why I'm wearing my Man United jersey. Man United is the team. Manchester was red. Were you impressed by that particular
surprise results.
Yeah.
Surprise results because Man City, they needed to win. Chasing Liverpool.
Okay.
But Guardiola, there was nothing to do because that match, it was such a big surprise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I see how you coming all the way.
So do you feel that that injury that as Guardiola at the corners, the injury where he gets, where we say don't make that team fresh anymore. Aguero is out, Laporte is out, Zinchenko is out, Leroy Sané.
In some ways, it's affecting them.
Okay.
But it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse.
For a team that is so rich.
Yeah. Big team, the bench, and the players, the youth coming up. So it's not an excuse.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not an excuse.
Okay, so finally on the review, I beg your pardon. Let's talk about the Blades of Sheffield. You look at them and you see a very strong team. They're difficult to beat. And in fact, Sheffield hasn't lost away from home this season, and that's very impressive.
It's impressive. somehow every season you have this team from Championship coming into Premiership.
True.
So you have this
very
one.
True.
You understand?
Very
causing
true.
surprises.
Yeah, causing havoc.
Yes.
And making trouble.
I go for Sheffield.
Yeah, Sheffield.
Yes.
I think Sheffield has beaten some big clubs. I think they defeated Man. They drew Man United.
They drew Man U.
Yeah.
They drew Chelsea.
They drew Man U. They drew Chelsea.
Yeah.
And these are the teams that at the moment, especially with Frank Lampard at the helm. Are you happy as a Chelsea fan? They don't come out in a 150. Rather, you guys have 150 to spend. They don't come out in a transfer ban.
Good news.
Yeah.
You can spend in January. You
Okay.
can buy players in January.
Okay.
But apparently, I'm not happy.
Why?
Because now you are supposed to, I don't know, you are losing too many matches.
Okay.
And the fans are not happy.
And we've been talking to Paulo. Paulo is a huge Chelsea fan, supporting Chelsea since 1995. Now, those are the true fans. Not these ones that just came because Frank Lampard is here. We'll go for a quick break. When we return, it's time for the preview. We are live at the vendor stand. It's time to talk about the FPL activities, points, people happy, people sad, but that was the tale of this week's FPL. And I think some of the major highlights I want to talk about is the influence of Danny Ings of Southampton. If you have that guy, you have an affordable, a very cheap escape to goals and points. In fact, Danny Ings has been very, very active, such that he has scored in 8 games. And then what you've had from Danny Ings this season, he has been able to even surpass and equal and surpass his own stats for last season. And I don't know what Ralph Hasenhuttl is giving him to eat, but waiting that guy, they chop, they work for him. He's working and he's getting those points, and he's very, very cheap. In fact, it gives you points per millions, and that right there is a significance right there. And yeah, so big ups to Danny Ings. If you have him in your team, I don't have him in my team. In my team, I got Jimenez. I had to get Jimenez because he was absolutely on fire these days. Goals or assists. In fact, the last time we saw a very formidable attack, it's been a while, from Wolves, Diogo Jota and Jimenez have this very good, should I say, brotherhood going on for them. Their bromance, yeah, that's the word, going on. And it's been bringing a lot of points, especially for owners of Jimenez. Diogo Jota, on the other hand, really doesn't do a lot of scoring, but now he's getting to that frame. But Jimenez has been the man for me. So in my front three, as usual, I kept to Jimenez, Vardy, and Aubameyang. But I made a very, very big mistake this week. Damn, it paid me. Now, I knew, yeah, that during the midweek we saw Mane play and Firmino and Salah were relegated to the bench, okay, because of the midweek. I mean, this particular week's UEFA Champions League engagement. And I knew Klopp was going to do something, but I forgot to adjust my team. Salah was my captain, and then of course, and Aubameyang was my vice captain. Guess what? Salah didn't play. Trent Alexander-Arnold was in my team, played just up to what now, 40 minutes. He didn't even get up to 2 points for playing up to 70 minutes. It was really all doom and gloom for me. But thankfully, finally, I can thank one Arsenal player, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, my vice captain, stepping up to the plate, picking up full value for me. He had what now? 9 points with a goal and an assist, and then eventually it all ended up to be what, 23 points. Arsenal getting their very first win in in over 9 games in all competitions. And Aubameyang has been that guy that knows how to score away from home. He's a very shy guy at home, but when he gets away from home, he scores. In fact, he has scored over 85% of his goals this season away from the Emirates. So yes, Klopp, you really, really hurt a lot of FPL guys, but hey, what can we do? We're looking forward to this particular weekend, and I hope I get better. Remember, like I said, Danny Ings has scored 8 goals in the last 10 appearances in the EPL, and that's some form right there. I'm talking about form. Marcus Rashford, 15 goals in the last 14. He has been involved in 15 goals in the last 14 matches for both club and country. He's been absolutely outstanding, and that's putting it even in all fairness. And you have a feel that if you have him in your team, you are sure to get goals because of some penalty duties, just like Harry Kane. Harry Kane, of course, had a goal, had 2 goals, if not, against Bournemouth, where it was 5-0. And talk about Son. Son has also been very, very impressive, at the Tottenham Stadium for Tottenham. So these are the players that I think you should go for this week. They are spoiled for options, and then we look forward to what would happen at the midweek, especially with the UEFA Champions League engagement. If Salah, hoping he doesn't cop any injury with Mane, They are going to be playing Watford. That's Liverpool going to be playing Watford. Watford are in a bad place. So maybe just time for you to think about using your triple captain. I'm really thinking about using my triple captain this week for Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy will be playing Norwich, and Jamie Vardy just can't stop scoring. My word, it's been on absolute fire. At that age, Brendan Rodgers has been able to, like, even I say, he's a new signing at the end of the day, and it's really exciting to watch. I mean, regardless. So let's quickly talk about our own FPL league and a lot of movers and shakers right there, including myself. I already told you guys, Alano, this particular week, it was a very, very terrible week, for me. But aside from that, we have some very, very interesting position. Guess who's back on top of the food chain? Give it up for, well, congratulations. The season is not over, so I'm keeping my congratulations. But yeah, Bounty Altar is back up there, and right now is on top of the table, and is leading with a very interesting number of points. At this moment, is leading with over 10 points, leading Tiki Taka FC, and YOLO FC George Uchendu is trying to make a claim again. He's number 4 now. YOLO FC has been that guy that has been with Bounty Hunter over time from the beginning of this particular fan base FPL. Radio Freak, owned by Azubike Onitsha, is currently 5th on the table. Well, I moved up from 14th to 9th, regardless of how bad my season has been. It's been good. It's been good, really. Still bottom of the table is Team Texas, Dajentuso, and Femi Gayos. Femi has to do better, really. Biri Biru, of course, that's number 3 on the log. So yeah, at the end of the fan base FPL, remember at the end of the season, there'll be a little bit of something for everyone. But how you can participate is by following us on social media, of course, at Twitter and Instagram. And remember as well that you can always get to win stuff. Subscribe, be part of this family. We want you to be, part of this particular franchise, and it's going to be good for everyone, for you, for me, and as well for the whole of football kind. We'll go for a quick break. When we return, Paulo is on standby for what is going to be the preview. Let's see what exactly his thoughts is, predictions, stats, numbers, what exactly it is that he feels about some particular issues happening in all our 4 featured games. We'll be right back after this. The Game Week 17 fixtures will see Liverpool, who are really trying to get their hands on the EPL this season, will play Watford. Burnley will play Newcastle United. Chelsea will play Bournemouth. Leicester City, who just can't stop winning. Paulo, we need to talk about Leicester.
Yeah.
Have you been impressed? Jamie Vardy is 33. He's not slowing down. Is again only the second player to score in 8 consecutive games in the Premiership at 2 different seasons. The first person was Ruud van Nistelrooy in Man United, and now Jamie Vardy. It looks as if it's another season where Leicester are in the running for the EPL. Do you think they can give Liverpool a run?
Of course, they are going to give Liverpool a run. They have this spirit, winning spirit, and now they don't even they won't beat anybody. They are not scared. The confidence is high. So I don't see them losing for now.
Yeah,
so I'm being impressive.
Absolutely, yes. They've been very impressive. Yeah. And then Sheffield will play Aston Villa. 2 teams that just coming in from the Championship. Yeah, Southampton will play West Ham. Man United will play Everton on Sunday. Wolves will play Tottenham. And then the big game we want to talk about now, which is coming to the burner, is Arsenal taking on Manchester City. Paulo, City are in trouble. That's just the truth. Yes. They are in a bad place. The players are not.
They are 14 points behind the leader.
Yeah.
And Guardiola needs to do something.
Okay. Yeah. And Guardiola has come out to say this team is weak. That this team can't play the way.
When he came out the upper week, everybody was thinking maybe it was mind games.
Okay.
But we saw reality on this weekend when Man U defeated them at home.
True.
And so playing Arsenal now, another problem.
Yeah.
So,
but do you think Arsenal is really a problem? Because if you look at the way it is, Arsenal hasn't won this fixture in a while. The last time they picked a draw was 2017. You have to look at statistics. Arsenal playing top 4 teams this season. Don't go down easily. True. They hardly beat them. You understand? They play Liverpool, they play Chelsea. True.
No, they play Liverpool.
Yeah.
They play the, I think,
Man United. Yeah.
You understand? They have draw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't let them off when they are playing top 4. So
and then you look at Arsenal as well. They've not been particularly impacted. Arsenal where they go. They have problem. I mean, look at the fact that they've not won in 2 months. They just won this particular match day week
yesterday,
against West Ham. That was yesterday, of course. And then you saw it, and then you are feeling that these players are happy again. Do you feel that playing City is coming like a bit too early for them?
I would say it's early. It's early, actually.
At least for them to just enjoy this winning.
But Arsenal have done the needed. They bring a new coach, a new face. So let's see what's going to happen. Understand?
So you have a prediction. Paulo actually told me earlier that he's predicting a draw.
A draw, yes.
A draw in this game. You think it's 1-1 draw?
Yes, yes.
But what I think, Paulo, is that I think, maybe not because I don't like Arsenal.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't like Arsenal. They know. I think it's going to be 3-1. This is because anytime City, most times when City lose a game, and now they lost at home to at the Etihad to Man U. Most times when they lose a game, the next game they always bloody. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
And now Arsenal they play next. Nobody say Arsenal go.
I think the new face in Arsenal is going to make a difference.
Okay.
Understand? And these guys they play the Man U and the Liverpool. So of course Man City have injury problems.
Yeah.
So if you look at all this together, I think it's going to be a draw.
A draw. All right. So Paulo thinks it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be 3-1, and of course that would be for the team City. I believe for my fan base, for my FPL, KDB should score in a way. Chelsea will play Bournemouth. Your darling Chelsea will play Bournemouth. You guys, you go show or die. Anytime anybody is playing Chelsea, just take on go is too sure. And you guys have a problem at the back line right
now. The defense line is very bad now.
Yeah.
We're conceding a lot of goals.
Yeah.
But not much on their part, they are not in the best of form.
True.
So I'm going to give Chelsea a win.
Okay.
But I see Bournemouth scoring.
Because you guys just can't keep a clean sheet.
Yes,
so now let's talk about that transfer ban that has been lifted.
Yeah.
Who do you think Chelsea can bring in, this particular January? Who do you think, if you're Roman Abramovich, who will you go for?
With the current result now, the current form now, I think it's a must. Chelsea bring in players in January.
So do you have any player in mind, like maybe sell some players, buy some players? Which are the players you think you can buy as Chelsea fan?
What happened in January, clubs suddenly leave their players.
True.
You understand? So
true.
I think I will leave that to the Scots to find a better
option.
Yes.
But we are hearing that you guys may be in the mood for Jonan Sancho, Ousmane Dembele.
And what about these guys? Are the club ready to leave them?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But you guys, I don't think you guys need attack. I think I need defense because that defense is shitty. Yeah. You see the goal when I conceded against Everton. That goal was very, very terrible.
Fortunately, Rudiger is back.
Yes, I was going to add. Do you think he's one of those proper centre backs?
He's going to help.
Yeah.
He's going to help.
Yeah. So you feel it's going to be 2-1 for Chelsea?
Yes, I'll go for 2-1.
And that's because Chelsea can't keep a clean sheet. I think I'm actually going to go for 2-1 as well. Maybe it's time for... Have you been impressed by Tammy Abraham, by the way?
Of course, now everybody's trying. The guy is young and he's ready.
Yeah.
So let's just pray that he doesn't go injured.
Yeah, because he had an injury, he came back and then he scored. Hopefully he gets to play this particular fixture as well. Man United play Everton. Man United, like you said, they are on fire.
Man U on fire.
Did you expect them to beat Tottenham?
I told you earlier, it's a big surprise. Understand? Because everybody was going for Man City that day.
Yeah.
We saw this Man U team, and one thing we noticed was that Man U has not even lost to any top four.
True, but that's their problem. That's the problem. They won't lose to top four, and then
the smaller teams are disturbing.
Newcastle, West Ham, Bournemouth.
So this time around, I see them improving. They're going to beat Everton.
Yeah, but Everton have a new manager as well, so maybe that new manager feel too can help them. Maybe.
It's not help, but the way Man U is playing now, Man U now they are in 5th position.
True. True. And you don't play too well or too good against Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, and then make Everton and then you can't step up. Yeah. But let's just hope it doesn't affect. So what number do you want?
I go for 3-1.
Yeah, that's what he told me earlier. He said Man U is going to beat Everton 3-1. I think it's going to be 2-0. I think it's high time United kept a clean sheet. And finally, on our burner for the preview is going to be Liverpool versus Watford. Yeah. Liverpool have won 29 games. The last time they won this number of names was last year in 2018, where they won 28 games. You look at this Liverpool team, it looks as if they are the City team of the last years? Very dominant, very in
I
your
will give it
face.
to the coach. I'll give it to the coach. The coach now settled well in the Premiership. And he knows how to take out these things. So I don't think there's going to be any surprise. It's going to be Liverpool all the way.
So are you tipping Liverpool for the league itself?
Of course, I will tip them for the league.
You don't see anybody catching them?
I don't say, let's not go give them a run.
Okay.
But the advantage now is very high.
It's a point.
Yeah.
The point
So,
is the advantage.
yeah. So I see them beating Watford.
Watford don't have a coach. They sacked their coach.
They sacked 3 coaches now in a row. So
Yeah.
I'm playing Liverpool. I don't see the constant
So let me hear your thoughts about Mane and Salah. Who do you think is a better player? I mean, both of them have been nominated for CAF Award.
Yes.
And apart from that, who is that footballer that, when you see him on the ball, when he scores, you're always happy for him? And all?
I'm not going to take side.
Yeah.
I'll give them
50-50.
Yeah.
This man shouldn't be a coach, man. All right, guys, it's been fantastic talking to Paulo, and we've had all that we can talk about the previews of the EPL. Wow, the sun is bright and the sun is shining. It's early morning here, somewhere in Lagos, at the newspaper stand, meeting one of the fans of football, EPL, of course, that's Chelsea's Paulo. Paulo, we want to say thank you so very much. So, guys, we've had a fantastic time talking to Paulo. And well, really, this is what the show is all about. Paulo, we want to present you this Fanbase t-shirt. Thank you so very much for being a guest. We hope Chelsea wins for you this particular weekend.
Yeah.
So, is it going to be a top 4 finish for Chelsea, by the way? Do you want them to finish on top 4, go to Europe again? Do they have that quality?
We have the quality. I would say based on we are bringing players in January, but based on the standings now, it's going to be difficult.
Okay. That's a true Chelsea fan right there. All right, then that's the lot we can take. We were with Paulo. Paulo has been supporting Chelsea since 1995. That's the time of the likes of Torre Andre Flo and Celestin Babayaro. It's been a fantastic time. We want to thank you very much for being part of the production. So please do well to click. You will hear it on this particular channel so you can get content just like this. This is Fanbase. This is your base. My name is Papa Chide Guerrero. You go B. Let's go.